Contrary to popular belief that Bangladesh cricket is going to be ruined and no other team are going to play against Bangladesh, Bangladesh is going to have a very busy schedule in this year, especially in the in this year we are going to play against Pakistan. We are going to play a test series against Australia in Australia. So we are going to have a very busy schedule. And also in 2027 there is a World Cup, ODI World Cup. So we are going to have a very very busy schedule for Bangladesh in the coming day. Right, Majid?
Yes. On that note, we were actually trying to make a video about that where we would like to see how the existing pipeline of Bangladeshi players are fitting into the current cricket tire format and who are the best for each of the position. So let's talk about it.
So basically, so the way we design, you use a tool called TierMaker. So we have a few players, around 36 players, and we're going to feed them in different categories like Test, ODI, T20, and different combined format.
Mhm.
We also have a few categories like promising. That means the players who might not be in the right place right now, but they have a good promise and they should play in Bangladesh A. A few players who are a big
Yeah.
concern, and and also there are some players who must be dropped. So let's start. So the first player is Nazmul Shanto.
Hossein. Yeah.
Nazmul Hossein
Yeah.
Shanto. So Majid, what do you say?
So, as we know that Nazmul Hossain Shanto is currently the Test captain of Bangladesh in the Test format. He has been leading for the Bangladesh Test team for quite a while, and he has been the previous ODI captain also, and he has been the all-format captain in the last 2 years. But recently he lost his T20 captaincy and also lost his place in the T20 side. We saw that in the earlier in the BPL also he performed at the earlier half of the BPL, but later on he did not find his form and he's actually struggling for consistency. So he need to prove a little bit more in the T20 format, but I would say he is an essential part both in the Test arena and also in the ODI setup. So I would like to see Nazmul Hossain Shanto both in the Test and ODI setup, and he has been the one of the most potential and one of the most consistent batters for Bangladesh in both these formats in the last 2 years or so. So, yeah.
About that note, yes, it is true that if I compare can compare among other players from Bangladesh, yes, he is a very essential part in Test cricket and also in ODI cricket. But if you look into his data in Test since January 2022, his Test batting average is just 33.31 in 28 innings, while he has 600. Now, very recently, there it was said that he has a record which is similar to Don Bradman. Like he has the successful conversion ratio,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
true. Yeah. But the thing is, if you compare, so we have a post about it in our Facebook page where I debunk that if you compare his number of Test innings, actually it is the number is very low. Now, another concern that I have about his Test matches is that against top tier team, his record is not very good. Like for example, against India, his average is 31, New Zealand 35, Pakistan 19.50. And to note that in Pakistan, Bangladesh really had a good time against Pakistan in the Test matches. In South Africa, it's only 22.37, and his Test average so as we're talking about Australia, so his Test batting average in the SENA countries, like in New Zealand, it is 28.5, and in South Africa, it's 26. So it's a concern. Now in ODI, it is true that he is a very essential part for ODI. His average in ODI since 2022 is 35.04 with 3 centuries. Not a lot. In 2024, his batting average was better, 71.5. But in 2025, his batting average is 19.72 in 11 matches. So this is a concern. Again, I would go along with you that yes, he is still an important part due to his experience and everything. He is a very important part for Test and also ODI. But I would say that keep an eye on him about his form. So yeah, we are putting him in Test and ODI, but obviously not in T20 because he is not. I would say that he is kind of Babar Azam in T20.
Good comparison. Yeah. Although Babar Azam had a very good, if you could look into the past form of Babar Azam, he has been the number one ranked T20 batter for quite
Yes.
a long time, and he has a very good, I think,
Batting
contribution
average.
in the in contribution to the T20 success for Pakistan team.
Yes.
Once they lost the semi-final against Australia for against a blistering knock from Matthew Wade, I think he could not recover from that mental trauma, I think, and he could not get into the mental strength where he could find his natural form, and it impacted all the formats performance actually. But
And
I
also, I feel
yeah
media is also became very much against him, and that is
yeah.
also because I mean, whatever he's doing, media is always talking that he should be dropped. He should be dropped. There are some people
Mhm.
from the board who are saying that Babar Azam should be dropped. So I think this actually affected his form and confidence.
No doubt.
So let's talk about the most sensational batter, classical batter of Bangladesh right now, Liton Das. What do you say? So Liton Das is in the Pakistan series. He is
Yeah,
back in
in the
ODI.
ODI format.
What do you
Yeah.
say? Yes. What do you say?
Yeah, there is
What's
no
your
doubt
view?
about Leighton Dash's caliber, right? Because he has
Yes.
been one of the most technically gifted person as a technically gifted batter Bangladesh has ever produced. I would say right after Mohammad Ashraful or Mushfiqur Rahim, he has been one of the most technically gifted batter. He could play his shots all around the ground. So based on this particular fact, he has been one of the most key batter in the Test format, and also he has been captaining the T20 side for last 1.5 years, and he has been bringing success to the team. And
Yes.
based on this particular success, I think that's what actually led the Bangladeshi selectors to go for Liton Dash, because maybe Hasan Miraj has not been doing well in his captaincy, nor he has been doing in his like contributing to his playing potential, be it with bad ball and off field. So I think Liton Dash can be an all format player for Bangladesh. Just he needs to be much more consistent. The last time he played for Bangladesh in the ODIs, there none of his last eight ODI innings crossed double figures. So
Yes.
and among them there were four ducks, I think. So in the
Yes.
last eight ODI innings. So
Yes.
it is actually a matter of concern, but I think the selectors are actually backing him, because Bangladesh, if you look into the current Bangladeshi ODI squad, there is no specific wicketkeeper batter who has been in best of shape. Be it Jakir Ali, Nurul Islam, Nurul Islam, Mahidul Islam
Nurul
Ankon,
Hassan Shan. Yes.
Nurul
Mahidul
Hassan
Islam.
Shohan, Mahidul Islam Ankon. None of them are in very good shape. So selectors are actually backing Liton Das's um, T20 formats form, and also test formats form, and so that he can actually transfer his form into the ODI side, and he can also handle the middle over during the Bangladeshi period.
I would say that in my point of view, yes, Liton Das has a great potential, but again, when you're talking about someone in his 30s, actually we should more we should focus on his actual performance than potential, because for younger players potential matters, but for players like him who are
Hmm.
experienced, who are almost actually at the going to the dawn of his career, we should actually focus on the performance. Now, on that regard, about his test cricket, and even in T20, I would say that he is fine. But in
Mhm.
ODI, if I look into the records, in the recent record, that means in 2023, his batting average was 26.04. In
Mhm.
2024, his batting average was 1.2. 1.2. Again, 1.2 in 5 matches.
Yeah.
And he was back in I think I forgot whom he played against, but he was back for one match and he scored a duck. And I feel like in ODI, for some reason, he is unable to get back to his form. And actually, on that match, I have to note that he played in the middle order, not as a. Now, yes,
Opener.
again, it's just one match. Yeah, again, it's just one match. But the thing is, Liton Dash is not playing well in the uh, a
The
DPL
first
or
class.
something. Like, I mean, I mean, just think about his form. His his form in BCL.
Mhm.
So again, the thing is, Ritam Dash, the way I see it, that in test matches he is fine. In T20, I would say shaky, but again acceptable. But in
Mhm.
ODI, I'm not convinced. Again, if he were like a young player at his 20s, I would say okay, it's fine. But now he is a senior player, and I'm very surprised that you are bringing a player because of his potential. But the thing is, he never reached that potential, and now he is in his 30s, and you're saying that he will do well, but I mean the data says otherwise. Even actually, again, when I am saying about test matches, uh, his record in test matches is also very shaky. Like in 2024, his batting average was 24.62 in nine matches. And in 2025, it is better, 54.83 in 4 matches. Yes, in test matches, it's still acceptable. But against big teams, like since 2022, his batting average is not very much consistent. Against South Africa, his batting average is just 4. And against India, it is 22.2 in the test matches. I would say he fits perfectly. And in T20, I would say that his recent form is better. In 2025, his batting average is 27.16 and strike rate is 132.29. So this is better. But again, I mean, for now it's fine. But again, I would say that there is some level of concern. So do you feel that we should keep him in test and T20? That's the way I feel. Or we should
Yeah,
keep him as a all forward player.
according to the data, there is no doubt that he should not be picked into the ODI team. Because in the last 2 years' performance, his batting performance has been one of the worst in the world cricket. But if you could analyze the dismissals of his ODI innings, most of the times you would see that he has thrown away his wicket. He has not been dismissed by some technical flaws of his batting. So that is the main concern, and that is the most saddening part, that the player of his caliber, he has not been like serious about his batting job in the ODI format. I don't know why or what has happened to his mindset during those periods. But still, according to data, we should actually pick him into the Test and to T20I format. The data doesn't allow us to pick him into the ODI as of now. So he needs to prove his
Um,
he needs to
caliber in
prove
the
his
ODI.
caliber in the ODI.
Yeah, I do agree with you on that note, obviously. Now, my favorite
Mehdi
player,
Hasan Miraj.
Mehdi Hasan Miraj.
Yeah.
Mehdi
Yeah.
Hasan Miraj. I think recently we're talking about Mehdi Hasan Miraj a lot. You know,
Yeah.
I'm actually noticing
Everybody.
that. Actually, we are, especially in our channel, we are talking about, we have actually 2 or 3 content just targeting him. Probably he will think that we are against him.
It's not about like we are against him. We want. I am really disappointed with Mehdi Hasan Miraj. I thought when he won the man of the tournament for 2016 under 19 World Cup, I thought Bangladesh would be getting a true potential all rounder in all the format besides Sakib Al Hasan. So he did perform up till like 2021, 2022. The last time he performed very well was against was in the Asia Cup in 2023 or 2022. I'm not sure. But after that, he has not been very consistent in any of the format. In Test format, he has been picking some wickets, not contributing with the bat that much significantly. But in other two formats, his performance has been one of the worst in the world cricket. So we cannot actually pick him into the ODI and T20I side. He has to prove his worth quite a lot in that ODI and the T20 format also. But we can still keep him in the test side due to his bowling potential and sometimes during his late batting caliber.
So basically, I would say that about Mehdi Hasan Miraj, he is in the worst batting shape right now. And honestly, I would say that as a bowler, he in the one-day format, in every one-day format, he is completely ineffective as a bowler, and as a batter, he is also completely ineffective. So basically, I would say, like if I consider the data from since 2022, we know that there is a change in his in his style. Like he became more He is playing in the different places, sometimes in the lower middle order, sometimes in the top order as an opener at number 4. Uh, but the thing is, I'm not actually, even though sometimes the data backs him. Like, for example, in 2024, his batting average in ODI, it was actually good. I mean, it was uh, 38.37 in 2024. So his batting average was very good. He had some good innings, 70 plus innings against West Indies, but he wasted a lot of ball in the middle over. And
Yeah, you should look at the strike rate and the high and the total of that particular matches.
And also, just our previous video, we have shown that how many dot balls he conceded in the middle over and how it hurts Bangladesh. And again, he is not a good slogger. So he is not a good player at number 7. So in no wonder, it is ironic that he is the captain of ODI for Bangladesh, where he is just a burden. Like, you cannot use him as a bowler, you cannot use him as a batter. So what are you going to do with?
He's also missing a lot of catches.
Yeah, so in every place, in fielding, he is bad. So he is just a burden, and he is leading the team. So I would say after Pakistan series, we might see some changes in this regard about his captaincy and everything. I feel that, honestly, I would lean towards dropping him. I would, but in his test matches, actually, his record is okay, I would say. It's not bad. His batting average in 2023 is 39.2 in test matches, 2024 38.37, and 2025 31.71, which is okay as a number 7 batter. And sometimes he is actually doing well in, but again, if I talk about his batting step now, I'm not confident. But yes, I would lean towards keeping him in test just for test matches. But I feel like we should have dropped him. But again, it is ironic that he is a captain for ODI. It doesn't make any sense. And also in ODI, I would like to say that his bowling. It's not. I'm not just saying to say things. His bowling average is extremely poor. Like, if you think about his in 2023, his bowling average was 42.04 in ODI. In 2024, it was 50.62. And in 2025, it was 41.09. So you see that is not good. So he's not the Sakib Al Hasan that we're looking for.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think, but yeah, he is the captain. For Mustafiz, I think we all agree where we should put him, right?
Yeah, we know that there is no like question about his form in the T20I. He has been the 9th ranked T20I bowler in the current T20I bowling ranking. So there is no doubt about his T20I bowling capability also. Also in the ODI setup also. He has been masterfully effective in the ODI death bowling setup, and
Yes.
he has been learning some swinging art into his repertoire. So I think ODI also makes him a better candidate to place him into the.
And also, one of the things that change in current ODIs is that in ODIs now, actually after 35 over, only one ball is used. So again, with old ball, Mustafiz is extremely effective.
True.
So I think I am also leaning forward to keeping him in the ODI and T20I. I would say. Obviously, I wish he could play test matches, but unfortunately he can't.
Yeah.
So about Rishabh, I think same as Mustafiz, right?
Yeah, it's also same as Mustafiz. He hasn't been made his debut in the test format, so we should keep him in the T20. There's no doubt about his T20I bowling capacity. He has been performing in the Big Bash, in the recent Odamma T20 Cup, and also in the recent BCL. So he's an automatic choice in both the ODI and the T20I form.
Now about Taskin
Ahmed, yeah, he has been the only player in the central contract in the last year who has been in the A+ category. Due to his recent form, he has not performed to his true potential. I don't know what happened. Maybe some of the workload has been overly poorly managed. Maybe he has not recovered.
But I think recent times actually they are managing it better. I would say, right?
Yeah, but I think he has lost his like full strength after some of the franchisee leagues that he played. Like he played
Mm.
LPL, and he
Mm-hmm.
also played Zima for T20, Zima for T10 league.
Yes, T10 League,
In
yeah.
Zima for T10 league, once where I saw that, although it was a 10 over match, in some cases he had to play 2 matches in a day, and a player of
Yes.
his bowling style, he is a lot more injury prone. We know that. So
Mm-hmm.
so that may have cost his like bowling longevity. So I don't think he has not been fully fit yet, and that's why we are not being able to see his true potential. But I think he should be an all format player because he has the huge
Mm.
potential
Mm.
to perform all over the format for Bangladesh. So I think
And
we
also,
should
I
keep him.
see that. I think the way I see that he is not also like having the speed anymore. Like he never was at 140 plus. He avoids that. His speed is somewhere around 130 to 135, and
Yeah.
sometimes he in the T20 he tries to use slower ball a lot, which actually
Hmm.
becomes more predictable. And his fitness is a big concern for me. I would say it's not looking good for him. I
Mhm.
am leaning for being concerned about him. I think, but if he is back in his form, obviously he should be in all format. But again, I'm actually speaking on behalf of the data. On behalf of the data,
Mhm.
he should be an all format player. Realistically, I would put him in the concern category.
True. True. No worries.
Sheikh Mehdi, my favorite bowler,
Sheikh Mehdi has been one of the most like
right?
underappreciated
Yes,
cricketer for Bangladesh.
underappreciated, of course. Yes.
Yes, he has a lot of potential. You can see his domestic performance. He has
Yeah.
picked up 10 wicket in one of the 4-day matches
Yeah.
in the NCL, right, in last
Yeah.
season. Also, he has been one of the most proven performer in the T20 setup for Bangladesh. So there is no doubt about his T20 bowling or batting capacity. He has performed exceptionally well in the last BPL, where he has been one of the key contenders for being man of the tournament. He has performed both in the batting and bowling category. Regarding ODI, I also see that he has been performing. He has the potential to be in the ODI
Yeah.
setup, but
Mm.
he needs to perform a little bit more consistently in the domestic setup, because the selectors need to see some performance consistent enough so that they can actually back him into the ODI setup or into the test setup. So unfortunately for now, even though he has a huge potential to be an all format player, but due to the data that we have currently, we need to. I think I should keep him in the T20 format for now, but he has the potential to be an all format player, no doubt about it.
Actually, to be honest, I would say that I mean, based on basically in ODI, he must play ODI cricket. He is a perfect player for that because I mean, he is off spinner, that's true, but he's a bowler who is very good at bowling in the flat tracks.
Mhm.
Like in the batting friendly in any condition, he is very effective. So he can use a old ball, he can use a new ball.
New ball.
So basic, and also he is kind of a mini all-rounder who can
Mhm.
have small impactful innings as a batter and also can bowl for 10 overs. So I would say, honestly, but the thing is, in ODI, he cannot play because of the team combination in most cases. Like, because we have Mehdi Hasan Miraj,
Mhm.
the selectors, they do not rely on him as a batter. So that's why they cannot put him in the team. But he must play ODI matches because he is extremely effective in ODI. I mean, especially in the current ODI environment, he will be very effective because he can ball. I mean, just think about a off spinner who is effective with new ball. He can do wonders with the old ball.
Mhm.
So, and I mean, he is very intelligent as a bowler, which is very important for the current ODI environment. So I would say I feel like this, and also as we're talking about that we do not have we do not have many all rounders in ODI, so he can be effective in that regard. That's how I feel. So he should play in ODI and T20. That's my thing. So, what do you think?
Yeah, we can keep him for now in the ODI T20 format. I don't mind.
Oh, you're just agreeing with me.
No, I have already said that he has the potential to be an all format
Okay,
player.
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so I
mean,
think
I'm not sure about the test matches, but again, he will be very effective. But I would say that he's a very underappreciated and underrated bowler in Bangladesh
Mhm.
because if you think about his performance, he is not being very much. He's always overlooked, I would say. So yeah, Shariful Islam.
Shoriful Islam is also an a very potent bowler. He has been performing since his under 19 since his
Mm,
performance in the under 19 World Cup, and since when he came into the national setup, except for some lean patches, he has been performing very brilliantly for Bangladesh in all the format. So I think recently he got the man of the tournament for Bangladesh Premier League.
BPL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he has been the highest wicket taker. He has been performing well in the ODI setup. He has learned the art of swing in the power play
Yeah.
overs. So and also he sometimes he leaks run in the death bowling. He needs to take a look into that
Mm.
particular fact and he needs to work on that particular skill. But other than that, he is a very good candidate for Bangladesh to be an all format player, I think.
I also feel the same. But I think I would want to pick him in the all format because he is amazing as a bowler. I mean, actually, to be honest, I would say that nowadays our pace bowling lineup is extremely. I mean, when I look at it's the dream lineup because we have so many good pace bowlers, and sometimes I feel like everyone should play. You
True,
know, but
true.
the saddest part,
Yeah,
we
the
have a
saddest part
lot of
is yeah.
yeah, you can say
Yeah, I think we have a lot of potential in our pace bowling lineup. I think it would have been better for us if we had a pace bowling all rounder in the
exactly. I was
pace
about to
bowling.
say that you speak from my mind.
Yeah, like I think like Tanzim Hassan Saqib and Mohammad Saifuddin has been one of the two candidates for being a pace bowling all rounder for any of the format, especially in T20 and ODI. Um, I think management should back them in such a way that they can be prepared for. I'm sure that like it's not we don't have enough time to be to make them prepared for make them prepared for the current ODI World Cup to be an pace bowling all rounder. But I think they should be enoughly cared in that particular setup.
I mean, I would feel the same as well. About Soumya Sarkar.
Shomo Sarkar is one of my favorite player, but yeah, currently he has been the leading candidate for the Bangladeshi opening slot in the ODI setup.
ODI, yes.
Yeah, and regarding his test and or T20I setup, I think Bangladesh has already chosen for Tanzid Hassan Tamim and Parvez Hossain Imon in the T20I opening slot. So that's why I think Soumya Sarkar is not getting that opportunity to be into the opening slot, to fit into the opening slot. But he has the potential. We all know that, and unfortunately, the data does not also keep him. Suggest him to keep him into the T20I and Test side, so he should be kept in the ODI side
Yeah,
only.
I think yeah, I think he is a fifth person in ODI with either Saif Hassan or Tanzit Tamim. So I think it's not he should be in there. But in T20, yes, his record is not very good. Tauhid Rida.
Tauhid Ridoy, yeah, I think when I saw him in the under 19 ODI World Cup, I thought Bangladesh is going to have a very good ODI and Test player, but he came into the Bangladeshi national setup as a T20I player, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
He changed his
Yes.
batting style quite a lot.
Yeah.
He has improved his he has been more dominant in the leg side hitting area, so that's why he has been one of the most like key middle order batter for Bangladesh in the T20 side. And also he has been performing quite well in the domestic setup for one day in Bangladeshi wonders. So it makes him perfect candidate for Bangladesh, for him to be in the Bangladesh ODI and T20 setup. I'm sure he has the potential to be a test player also, but he needs to work a lot on his offside batting weak zones. So if he could actually take a look into his weak zones into the offside, although he has worked a lot, but he needs to improve a bit more, because in the international arena, the players are gonna find your weak zone just in a minute. So you need to be a bit more careful in this particular area. What's your say?
Okay, so I have to say a lot. Now, it is true. It is true that in BCL, he is one of the leading run scorers. I do agree with you. If you think about the record in his ODI, compared to many Bangladesh players, he scored a lot of runs. In Champions Trophy, he scored the century against India, I guess. India. Now, yes, sometimes data try to speak in favor of him, but if you look into the data in depth, in our previous video, we mentioned about that how much dot ball he
Dot balls.
concedes around more than 50% dot balls in the middle over in ODI. And now, as I said that in the same video, that okay, if he is covering that with boundary, it would be better. But he cannot score a lot of boundaries there. We are saying that he is a T20I player. He came as a T20I player. If you look into the data of his boundaries, he is extremely low. So he cannot
True.
score boundaries. So that means as a batter, he cannot dominate. The way he bats is that it's more like test match approach where he just scored dot ball after dot ball. You'll see that in first 20 to 30 balls, he scored somewhere around 15. I mean, at a strike rate very closer to 70 or even less. And then he tries to pick up the pace. Like in one match against, I think in one of the match, I was seeing that uh, he was he scored a century in that match. I think in 120 balls. I'm not exactly sure about the data. I mean, it's not on top of my mind. But you see that his batting approach, he was very slow at the very beginning. He wasn't scoring much runs. This is completely against the current practice. You cannot, I mean, if he is there in ODI, he will, and in any one day format, T20, ODI, whatever you say, he will waste a lot of deliveries because he cannot score runs, he cannot score singles. And so that means the flow of the run will be disrupted. And if you have Tawhid Rida on the other side, and you see that as a batter, you are a set batter, you see that your partner, he wasted 4 balls. And in the 5th ball, somehow he managed to score a single. So at this last ball, you are under pressure. You have to score something. You have to score big. Now, you were a set batter. You cannot play with your rhythm. So I mean, even though sometimes data speak in favor of himself, but if you see that overall team dynamic, overall the game flow and everything, I am very much concerned about this. And I would say that we should start thinking about dropping him. But I know that in Bangladesh, we actually if we look at the paper data about the batting average, and we say, oh, his batting average is good. But this is not how things should work. I mean, rather he is a player. I see who is the weak link in the middle over, who cannot score a lot of singles. Now, yes, I mean his data. He scored a lot of. He is one of the leading run scorer in BCL. It is true, but it doesn't mean that. I mean, it was a batting friendly wicket. The wicket was batting friendly, and in this sort of wickets nowadays, everyone targets for more than 350. But you see that Bangladesh could not do that. Yes, at the later part of the innings, he scored boundaries. I mean, he limited the gap between the ball and his run. But again, it doesn't help. And in modern ODI format, I'm not very much convinced with him. Maybe he is effective in Test cricket. Maybe. I think he is very effective in Test cricket with batting style, but not in ODI. Or so I would lean forward to put him in constant. But what do you say? I think you are not agreeing with me on that. No, I guess.
No, I'm not sure. What I would say, you are right that it has been a lot of there has been a lot of concern for Bangladesh, in the middle overs, and Tawhid Hridoy and Mehdi Hasan Mirad is one of the prime reasons for Bangladesh's middle over misery. And
Yes.
it's okay that if we list some potential concerns, because we need to fix that also. Yeah, even if the data speaks for someone's progress, but the true performance may not reflect in the data once we see them in the actual match. So we can actually address these particular players in the concerned area also. So I'm fine with that.
And also one thing here, I would like to note that if you look into Bangladesh historically, as I mentioned in my previous video, Bangladesh is not good at slog overs. That's one. So that means you have to build something in the middle over, and then at least because of our incapability in the slog overs, if we have a good total in the good flow of run in the middle over, we can actually do at least better in the slog over. At least we in the slog over we would not be under pressure. We don't want to hit every ball. So, but the thing is, in the middle over we are struggling. We are not good at the slog over, so that's why we can't score runs, good big runs in ODI. So yeah, I think yes, putting Sohit Hridoy in concern, and I think he must work on himself. Must. Otherwise, I would want to drop him from the team. Tanzim Sakib. I'm very surprised that he is dropped from the series. It's very weird.
I think he has some injury concerns. That's why
Okay,
the
then
selectors could not actually pick him.
But I would say that he has the potential to be a key asset, especially the mini all-rounder that we are talking about, the utility all-rounder, who would play at number 6, number 7. Technically, I would want to see him bat at number 5 because actually, based on the innings he played against West Indies, I feel like he actually needs some time to get settled as a batter. So if he can get settled, then he can actually score runs. And even actually, he scored a 50 plus run again in T20 against
India.
Pakistan. India, sorry. Right? Pakistan against Pakistan. I think Bangladesh scored 140 runs in that innings. Pakistan scored somewhere around 190.
Yeah,
so
that may be
there was a batting call-off, and and also against West Indies there was a batting call-off. He had a great partnership with Mahmudullah Riyad, and yeah, he so I feel like we should actually think about him because of his injury concern, ODI and T20I. I think he is perfect for that.
Yes, perfect.
And also we should start thinking him from the as a utility all-rounder, not a perfect batter with great skills, but can score runs. Maybe play some shot like in a good strike rate. So I think that's how he should be developed. Nahid Rana.
Yeah, Nahid Rana, I think he has burst into the scene when he performed exceptionally well in the Pakistan Test series.
Yes.
So I think the management has been backing him in the Test format, no doubt. But he has been the selectors are actually trying to fit him into the all format player. But it also needs to be make sure that a player of such potential are much more injury prone. So due to his raw pace, so we cannot actually make him an all format player and play him in all the series. But that's the problem of Bangladesh. Like they will also play a player in a match against some associate team also. So that's not so that's what happened with Nahid Rana also. Nahid Rana played against UAE and he lost his confidence while bowling in the T20 setup. Bangladesh lost the match. So I think he has the potential to be an all-format player, but currently I think the data actually speaks for the test setup only. For him to be included in the ODI and T20 setup, I think he needs to play a lot more matches in the ODI and also in the test setup in the domestic Bangladesh. I
think also one thing I would like to add about Nahid Rana is that he has to be managed very carefully, and at the same time he also needs to utilize the pace from all the length. I think that's why he needs a lot of improvement. I think he has raw pace, but the thing is, what is happening right now is that sometimes in the power play, as there is some batters they can utilize his pace to score runs. So that means, but having Nahid Rana in our pace bowling lineup is amazing. I would say that, but he needs to grow as a bowler. But now in his test matches he is good, but again you cannot play him in every test matches. You have to be careful about his workload. But he can be a world format player, and he can be very effective in all the formats because of his pace. Tajul Islam. Yeah, there is no doubt that Bangladesh has
produced one of the best left-arm spinner in the form of Taijul. Like Mohammad Rafi, if you can look into the history of left-arm spinners for
Yes.
Bangladesh, there has been names like Mohammad Rafi, Sakib Al Hasan, Enamul Haq Jr., Enamul Haq Moni also.
Mm-hmm.
But the Tajul Islam is also one of the names that should come up when the history of left-arm spinners comes. So there is no doubt about his test bowling capability. But for T20I and ODI, I feel like he has not been given enough opportunity to prove himself. That's unfortunate. But I think for him, we can keep him in the test setup because I think Bangladeshi selectors are actually looking in the left-arm spinner category. They are looking for Tanvir Islam and Nasim Ahmed by
Yes.
playing them alternately. So currently, I don't think Tajul Islam is going to be an option for in the T20 or in the ODI setup for Bangladesh.
I think in the ODI they tried him in some cases, but sometimes he's very expensive in ODI.
Yeah.
And one of the things that actually concerns me is that we are having some test matches in the in Australia, and actually I am not very confident of his bowling in away matches, especially because in Bangladesh we he can actually utilize the pitch, but there in some places he is not good at actually turning the ball a lot. But again, he is very experienced, and I would say that his actually the record actually speaks in favor of himself. So I would definitely put him in the test matches. In the one day format, I think he did not get yes. In some cases, he did not get enough chances, and also no one is confident with him. Like in some cases, he leaks a lot of runs, so that's why people do not have the right amount of confidence in him. So
That's true.
I would say yes, you're right. But yeah, he should be in the test matches at least for some time until he retires.
Indeed. Yeah, well, I think one of the promising opening batters Bangladesh has ever produced, right after Tamim Iqbal. So Tanzil Hassan Tamim has been the leading run scorer for T20Is for the last 1 year or 2 years. So I think he is an automatic choice for Bangladeshi T20I setup. And also in the ODI setup, he has some issues in the outside of region where he tries to play a cut shot and he gets caught into the point area or gets sneaked behind. But he's one of the talents Bangladeshi selectors are also looking for. Beside Saif Hassan and Soumya Sarkar, he has been the third opening choice if one of them actually gets injured. So he should be picked into the ODI and T20 setup. But for the test setup, we need to take some time and make him more comfortable into the domestic 4-day matches so that he can show his true caliber to be an all-format player.
And also, I feel like yes, I agree with you. He actually there's sometimes people are talking about actually bringing Tanjit Tamim in the test matches because you know that in test matches, our openers, they struggle. So having a player who can actually play strokes in the first 10 over, it would actually have an attacking choice. But obviously, I do not want him to be in the test matches without any experience. So I want to have a good experience, and then it will make sense. Afif Hossain Dhruvo. Afif Hossain Dhruvo is back in ODI, you know.
Yeah.
So, what do you think?
Like when I say the name of Afif Hossain Dhruvo, a big sigh come out of myself.
Yeah.
Cause
Same.
like he has one of the, I think Ian Bishop said, like Bangladesh is going to get a huge talent in the form of Afif Hossain if they can if they can properly nurture him into this to nurture his true potential. He performed really well in the ODI setup when he came into the international arena. Also, he performed fantastically in his debut innings in the T20I against Zimbabwe, but he has not performed consistently to be in the ODI or in the T20I setup. But he has improved his batting technique for the last 1.5 years, and he has performed considerably well in the domestic area. So that's why selectors have actually rewarded him a call up in the ODI setup. So and also Bangladesh needs some kind of bowling all rounder, batting all rounder who can actually
Yes.
be a sixth bowling option
Yes.
if some of the bowlers are having an off day. So Afif Hassan Drubo can be a great choice because he
Yes.
has he can bowl some of the overs. He has the in the cricketing terms what we say is golden arm. So he
Yes.
he can give some breakthroughs in the middle overs, and he is also a
Yes.
fantastic fielder. So I think he can be a great inclusion in the ODI setup.
Yeah, I
What's your
also
say?
believe the same. Honestly, I really wanted him to be in the Bangladesh setup. Now, one thing I would like to say about Afif Hassan Tubo is that he is a player who should play in the top order, like
True.
number 3, number
Four.
4, at worst number 5. But Bangladesh initially played him in the lower order, which never made sense to me. Um, Now, and I don't know why Bangladeshi team management they think this way. And also during a time we had a few players like our so-called golden generation was there, so they could not put players like Afif Hassan Dhubo in the team, and that's why they had to choose him in the lower middle order, which is not his position. Yes, you see that whenever he got the chance to play a longer period of the time, he played well. Like against Afghanistan, there was a batting collapse, and he actually played a great, and he helped us to score big runs from that position. I mean, we
Mhm.
won the match because of him. Afif
Yeah.
Hassan Dhubo is like that. So you have to, but again, yes, there was some, I mean, for a period of time, I was losing hope, but I hope that he takes this opportunity, he enjoys the game, and he comes back. I really want him to come back. He can be a big asset in the middle of over, scoring singles. This is what we want, actually. Because you know that, as I'm always saying that, we do not have good uh, record in the slog over. So we want something in the middle of. Now, I'm looking at the picture and I am concerned. Zakir Ali Onik, I say he was a very promising player. But unfortunately, I would say that he, he's very, his over reliance on the leg side shot. It is exposed now, and I'm not seeing any improvement in any places like where I can back him, honestly. And also there is a change in ODI now. You see
Mhm.
that now we are talking about we are having a scenario that actually after 35 over we are having the old ball. Now during
Mhm.
that time we will have some so that means we at least from 35 to 45 over we will have more spinners who will be bowling, and
Mhm.
Jacqueline Leonic has actually weakness against spin bowling.
Yeah.
But actually, if you think about his test match performance, it is acceptable. But in ODI and T20, he is in extremely bad form, and also he is not confident with his batting right now. I feel like he is doing a lot of things, and I don't believe none of this. He is being overcoached in some cases. So I'm having a dilemma. What do you say?
Yeah,
I
I
have to
think
give
we
up.
should keep him in the concerned section because,
Constant second, yes. Yeah.
yeah, there is no other way to put it simply.
I would say that drop him, but again, it's very difficult to drop your favorite player, right?
Yeah. He has won us a lot of matches, be it in the T20 setup, be it in the test setup. So we need to give him some time so that he can fix his technical
Yeah.
batting issues. International
Yes.
setup is actually difficult. It will give you success sometime, but it will also expose you some of the technical difficulties that you may have. So once you quickly adapt to this particular situation, it will be better for you.
So,
Next comes
Hassan
Hassan
Mahmood.
Mahmoud. Yeah, yeah, there is no doubt.
Really?
Like I am I am really surprised. Like the way Hassan Mahmoud should have performed, for some
Yeah.
reason he has not performed that well in last 6 months or
Hmm.
last 1 year. Like in the ODI setup, he has been leaking runs like floodgate, like Jofra Archer leaked
Hmm.
runs in the semifinal.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah. he has the great potential to be an all format player. He can swing the balls both ways, so that makes him a
Mm.
perfect bowler to be in the test setup. Also in the ODI setup, he is an intelligent bowler. He knows
Yes.
what type of delivery you need to bowl. It's that he has not been executing his deliveries quite recently, but he has the
Mm-hmm.
potential to be an all format player. I still remember when he actually won us the match against
West
England
Indies.
in
Oh yes.
in two occasions. In
Yes.
once again against West Indies in West Indies, and
Yes.
once against England in Bangladesh.
Yes.
So he he has the he has the potential to be a great prospect for Bangladesh in the pace department.
Mm.
So I think we can keep him in the all format category, if you
And
think.
also, I think as we are going to play in Australia, I think that he has a huge potential to utilize the environment there. And I think he has the potential. I think maybe he needs to, maybe it's the problem with the mindset and everything. But
Hmm.
he is a great player, and I hope that he can come back. And I would lean forward to keep him in all format. Yes. Tamim Hassan Patwari, the Patwari that we don't talk about for some time, right? We
Yeah,
talk about a different Patwari now, but he is another Patwari that we
yeah.
should talk about in cricket.
Shamim Hassan, like I'm not sure like what happens to the Bangladeshi players, the players who has like huge potential to be like the breakthrough players for Bangladesh. For some reason, they do not perform to the expectation of the like supporters.
Yes.
Can still remember he played for Prime Bank in the recent DPL, and he
Hmm.
won. Prime Bank a match out of nowhere when they lost
Yes.
very a lot of wickets in by
Hmm.
scoring a lot. I think less than 70 runs or something. So
Hmm.
he won them the match from that particular position. Almost scored a century. But if you see his performance in the ODI setup, the record does not speak for himself. So that's why he has been stabbed from the ODI squad against Bangladesh against the Pakistan. So it's right that we can actually keep him for now in the T20I setup, and we need to back him in the ODI setup too, so that he can perform in the domestic and get back his form.
And actually, Shamim Hassan Patwari is a player. If he is in form, there's no way you can stop him. He will actually make you pay for every bad ball. But again, he is not consistent. I think this is where he needs to improve a lot. Now, another player now, I think we are Ripon Mondal. We are very excited about this talent, right?
Yeah, Ripon Mondal has been knocking the door to be selected into the international area for quite some
Yes.
time. He has won Bangladesh emerging team some of the crucial moments. Like
Mm.
he bowled crucial death overs in the DPL, also in the Bangladesh emerging team. So there is no doubt that he has a lot of potential in his bowling. Um, but sometimes it seems that he is not confident bowling in the power play. So that's
Yeah.
why the selectors are actually giving him some time to figure out how he should actually manage his the initial stage of bowling. There's no doubt that he's one of the great Bangladeshi bowlers in the date over besides Mustafiz. So I think we should keep him in the promising for now. I'm not sure. Like,
Actually,
what's
I
your
would say
take
that
on that?
I would want him in the T20 I setup at least because if he can ball in his true potential, so him and Mustafiz at the death over are going to play a huge role. Like I mean, no one can score runs. He is good at actually executing the um, executing the Yorker. You see that not many players in Bangladesh can do that. So having him is actually great. So I would actually put him in the T20I. Now at least getting a call up, maybe score play a one or two matches and see that how he's performing. Because he is in his good form right now. So you have to call these players when they are in good form. So otherwise uh, the thing is he will actually lose the confidence. and then we don't get to see a player like him. He will never actually get back his ball. At least.
Oh, it is long due that he should be in the
Yeah,
T20I setup. Bangladesh needs to have a mystery spinner, and there is no doubt he should be in the T20I setup. I
yeah,
think
he must
whenever,
be.
yeah, I think whenever the upcoming T20I series comes up, Bangladesh selectors should be brave enough to
Hmm.
take some gamble.
And also nowadays he is actually becoming more. He can also he is a player. He's also scoring some boundaries. So that means, I mean, like
He's
in
a pinch
modern
hitter.
cricket, yeah. And as a pinch hitter, you know that in modern day we are talking about some players in the lower order who are coming down for 4 or 5 balls and actually scoring one or two boundaries there, and it helps the team. So I think he has the capability. It is long overdue. He must be in T20I.
No
Nasu
doubt.
Mohammed. I'm also surprised to see him being removed from the squad.
I think what selectors are doing is that they are actually rotating some of the left arm spinners. Maybe one series they will look into Tanvi Islam, in another series they
Mhm.
will look into Nasir Mohammed, so that both of them get enough match time.
Opportunities. Okay. I mean, I mean, Nasu Mohammed must be in ODI and T20I.
Yeah, no
And
doubt.
the way I see that, Nasu Mohammed is a player who can also be a utility bowling all-rounder. Like he
Bowling
is a
all
great bowler in ODI. So basically, as a bowler, he is not a wicket-taking bowler, but rather a bowler who can actually stop the flow of the run.
around.
And at the same time, as a batter, he can score at 100+ strike rate. So that's and he can hit some big boundaries. So this is the player that is very essential at number 8. So I would want to keep him in ODI and T20 in both formats. I think agree, right? Tanvir Islam, right?
Tanvir Islam, yeah, Tanvir
Yeah,
Islam.
yeah,
So
Tanvir
Tanvir
Islam, yeah.
Islam, Tanvir Islam is currently being considered in the one-day setup.
ODI, yeah,
So there is no doubt that he has the potential to be a very good one-day bowler. He can actually spin the ball during the so once as we know that the after 35 overs
hmm,
only one of the older balls will remain and the other ball will be
yes,
discarded. So I think Tanvir Islam would be a great option because he can spin the ball quite a long distance. But Nasser Ahmed is kind of a skitty bowler, but
yes.
Tanvir Islam is kind of bowler who relies on side spin a lot better. He is
Yeah.
much more confident on that particular skill. So I think Tanvir Islam is a very good prospect in this particular area.
Naim Sheikh. Naim Sheikh is the leading run scorer of BCL, and in every Bangladeshi
Domestic competition.
domestic competition, Naim Sheikh is someone who will be in the list. But again,
Yeah,
if you bring him in the national team, he will bat like, you know, I'm not going to say this word as I am fasting.
yeah,
But yeah, so I would say that I would want to drop him. I mean, no hope.
no hope.
What do you say?
Yeah, yeah. It is a curious case for Naeem Sheikh.
Yeah,
He has been the legend for Bangladeshi domestic cricket, but
yes.
I don't know what happens to him when he comes to the international cricket. It's not that
Hmm.
the players who are actually like in the recent BCL, he scored against some of the brilliant bowlers in the North Zone. Nahid Rana,
Hmm.
Shariful Islam, Abdul Ghaffar Sakline, Rishad Hossain, all of them are very good bowlers. So, and they are performing very well in the international arena also, right? So it's not that he cannot face the international quality bowlers. I'm sure it has to be something with his mindset, which is actually keeping him away from getting some runs in the international area. But for now, yes, we can actually drop him because we have given him some chances and he has not
Enough
shown
chances.
his true potentials. Yeah,
Okay, so now Parvez Hussain Imon.
it is an interesting prospect for Bangladesh. Like Parvez Hussain Imon, he has a huge bat swing. Bangladesh has no, I think nobody from Bangladesh has seen such a flamboyant player who performs very well in the especially in the power play region. So he has been one of the automatic choice for Bangladeshi opening slot in the T20 format. So it's an automatic choice in the T20 side, but he has the potential to play long innings in the one day format also. So I think
Yes.
if he can be kept as an option for um, backup opener
Hmm.
in the ODI format also. So we should consider him in the Test and ODI format,
But
T20 and ODI
ODI and
format.
T20.
Sorry.
For Parvez Hussain Imon, I feel like he is a perfect middle order player for T20I. I mean, he has good record there at number 3 or number 4. And
Mhm.
also for ODI, he should be. I mean, we are actually looking for players at number 4 who can actually he is good at bat swing, so he can actually score a lot of boundaries there. Who can dominate against the spin bowlers. In T20, it is a must. In ODI, actually, if you see that a batter who can actually who if he can score one or two boundaries against a spin bowler, it will definitely break the rhythm of the bowler.
No,
So
no.
he can be a very attacking option in the middle over. So I would say that putting him at number 4 is not a bad choice. And we may actually experiment that.
Yeah, I agree with him.
Naim Islam, Tokka Naim.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a reason I put him here. There's a reason. I know that there are many players who should be here because we have a very big list and we don't have forever. But I put Naim Islam for a particular reason. Do you want to know why?
Yeah, you can tell.
Because Naim Islam deserve a chance in Test match. He should. He must. We have done a lot of injustice, but he didn't play. I mean, he not playing in Test matches for Bangladesh is the biggest injustice in Bangladesh cricket. Because a player who is performing in every season after season in the first class, and you are not giving him a chance there in Test matches. So what's the point?
Mm-hmm. True. So Bangladesh selectors did some injustice to like many of the local players like
Mm.
Marshall Ayub, Tushar
Yeah.
Imran, and who has become a very good coach in the domestic area right now. And as you talked about Naim Islam, there is also another name called Junaid Siddiqui. Like
Yes.
these players, if you could see their latest international performance, you would be surprised like why they were actually dropped from the squad originally. The case might what happened in this case. What I could figure out is that Naim Islam had not performed in some of the other formats.
Yes.
That actually led to his exclusion into the test format. That's what happened for with Junaid Siddiqui also, and
Yeah.
even like Tushar Imran. Like when he was in his peak form after 30s, he was scoring centuries after centuries in the domestic cricket. Bangladeshi selectors did not bother him to actually pick. So these are the injustices that Bangladeshi selectors actually take into consideration, and also they should not keep this thing in mind. Like a certain player is crossing some age limit, and that's why we cannot play him into the international area. That should not happen, especially when you are playing home series. They know those players know the condition very well, and they have performed
Yes.
on this particular condition in the domestic area. So you guys could actually take these players' experience and use it in the international area, right? So Naim Islam, he has the potential to be a true all rounder in all the formats.
Yes.
He has the record for hitting 6 sixes in an over in domestic cricket. So he could have been a perfect fit for Bangladesh in the all format. But for some reason, when the five prodigy players actually got into the national international setup, we forgot to look into some other players who were actually knocking onto the pipeline. We should have kept him into the like Bangladesh A setup or Bangladesh Tiger setup or emerging setup. You cannot actually leave them behind in without giving them any limelight. So I think you perfectly said that there has been a lot of injustice to Naim Islam. So he still has the potential to be in test player.
And he must be picked in the test matches. I mean, if it is, I know that our selectors are going to overlook him again, and I will say that it is the biggest injustice with the player because the player is actually doing. I mean, the thing is, as a player, you are supposed to perform in different places so that you can get a national call up, right? And he is doing that. So why are you not
True.
calling him? And he is not like, okay, he is old now. At least you can still get a 1 or 2 year service.
Mhm,
And I mean, we do not have the Don Bradman or Jason Gill, I mean, or Justin Langer or Matthew Hayden in our test matches, right? In our test team, we do not have that. We actually need
mhm,
a good batter who can actually play in the middle order. As I was actually looking into the data of Nasmur Hasan Shanto, the player we call that he is the pure player. He is the master player in our test match. His record is bad. I mean, even
mhm,
some of the players at number 7, number 8 has better record than him. And you
mhm,
are overlooking a player who is actually a genuine test player, and you are overlooking him for years.
mhm.
I cannot actually. I mean, this is very difficult for me to grasp. So yeah, of course he must be in the next test match. He should be in the test setup. He must be in the main 11. It doesn't matter even if he scores zero. He deserves this. That's how I see. Now, Khalid Ahmed, a very underrated
He-
bowler, right?
Yeah, I think Bangladeshi selectors are actually looking him to be a test player, and the players he has been labeled as a test player. But if you can see in his recent T20 records, he has been
Yes.
performing very well in the T20 setup. I'm not sure
Yeah.
why they are. He should be given some chance. He should have been given some chances in some series when Bangladesh are playing against associate countries,
Yes.
so that he can actually show his true potential, and he can actually get into the international setup for the T20I. So
I would
I
lean
think,
forward to put him in all format. What is that? Or
yeah,
promising?
he has the potential to be an all format player. I'm I'm quite okay with that.
Another player I feel bad about is
Nine Islam.
Mohammed Nine. I mean, another nine.
Yeah, so many
So
nines in our
yeah, so many
setup.
nine. And actually, I think all the nines are not in a good place right now. Like Nine Sheikh obviously should be dropped.
Hmm.
Our Chokka nine, he never got the chance. And Naim Islam, amazing bowler, one of the best off spinner in Bangladesh, but never gets to play in test matches because we have another off spinner. But I think he should be a very regular face in the test setup. He should be. That's how I feel, at least. In other format, I may say okay, no, but in test he should be there. I believe, and maybe play one or two matches.
And yeah, I agree with you.
And in fact, I feel like Naim Islam will be a very good bowler in Australia. He can utilize the bounce because he has the height. He will be actually better
Exactly.
bowler than Mehdi Hassan
Mehdi
Miraj.
Miraj.
He will be a better bowler there. I'm not saying to drop Mehdi Hassan Miraj because obviously he's an all-rounder now. So you should keep Naim Islam. But I know that he will not be there. Actually, Taizul will play. That's how I see because of the combination. Because you cannot. I mean, you have two off spinners, but he deserved the chance. I would say that. Yeah. Then another bowler. So he should be in test matches, right? I mean, he played well against. I think in the Ireland series, so he must be. Yeah, Akbar Ali.
Yeah, the nation hopes that even if Bangladesh can win World Cup someday, it would be with the help of Akbar Ali, the great captain,
Yeah.
who has led Bangladesh in the under 19 T20 World Cup, under 19 World Cup in 2020, and he has been showing very good form in the emerging team and also in the domestic format. So he has been
Yes.
performing well in the ODI setup especially, and
Yes.
it has been the strong zone for Akbar Ali. But I'm not
Yes.
sure like selectors are actually like trying to make him a T20I player for some reason.
I don't know why. I don't know why too. Because I think Akbar Ali is great against the spin bowling. So he's
Exactly,
good
and
record.
he has like he is a very cool and calm customer. He can
Yes.
hold his nerve very well.
Mm.
He has some limitations. I'm not saying that he is a perfect batsman, but he has some limitations against high pace bowling. I'm sure, but
Mm-hmm.
he has been working very hard on that. I recently, if you can see in his um in the recently BCL tournament that has been concluded, he played the high pace bowling quite well compared to the last domestic seasons. So
And
he
also
has
in the emerging matches, he's also actually he played well against the express
South
fast
Africa.
bowler. He played well. Yeah, South Africa. Yes. He played well actually. He has the good
He
some
scored
good
a
innings
century
there.
there.
Yeah, also had a good strike rate actually. So I would definitely want, and also he can score singles after singles which is very essential in the middle over. So I would say that I would want to put him in the ODI, and actually I would say that currently based on his current batting and based on the team's requirement, we also need a good keeper. So I feel like Akbar Ali is never closer than that. I mean, this is the time we should start thinking about putting him in the team. I would say that again. I mean, Litton, he would be a better choice than Litton for
True,
ODI.
true.
I will say that in with confidence. Azizul Hakim Tamim, under 19 captain.
Yeah, I think we expected a lot from Azizul Hakim Tamim, but for some reason, he is losing his like consistency.
Yes,
He scored very prolific. He had a prolific form in the under 2023 under 19 Asia Cup, which actually led Bangladesh to be the champion. And from then onwards, I think he could not actually take his form into seriously, and that's why I think he needs to be a bit more like a bit more calm in his mind so that he can actually perform more consistently. But he has the potential to be a very good prospect for Bangladesh in the ODI setup. So, but not right now. But he is a promising prospect
promising.
for
Yes,
Bangladesh.
I would say that he should play in the emerging team a lot,
Exactly.
gain experience, and I think the same goes with Jisan Alom.
Jason
Um,
Alam, right?
I think Jisan Alom needs. Also, I mean, one of the problem with the current players, basically, yes, sometimes their records speak for themselves. But if you see the way they approach in the ODI, in like in the youth ODI or emerging matches, so basically, I see that they actually follow the 90s pattern. Like
Mm-hmm.
settle for a long time and then score runs. This is not how people play. Uh, ODI nowadays. So this is what they have to improve a lot. But I hope that they can actually improve there. Wasi Siddiqui.
Yeah, I think Bangladeshi selectors need to be a bit more like clever in this particular setup. Like once you have big like taken this name of Wasi Siddiqui, because in some cases there might be some cases Rishad Hossain gets injured. There needs
Yes,
to be a leg spinner into his place so that the team
yes,
combination does not get disrupted, right? So you
yes.
need to prepare Wasi Siddiqui, who has, I think, who is performing very well in the domestic setup. So he, so you need to prepare him by playing a lot more A team matches or emerging team matches, so that if some cases Rishad Hossain gets injured, you can replace him with Wasi Siddiqui.
And also I feel
Similarly,
like
yeah, similarly
Mehdi Hassan
Shohag.
Sohag, yes. I would say the same. I mean, you have to prepare them. Also, it was surprising that they did not play in the BCA. This is extremely surprising because the thing is, you need to promote. I mean, yeah, okay, you have Rishad Hossain, good, but should Rishad Hossain be the only leg spinner in your setup? No, I mean, in every play, in every country, there is always some. They do not actually restrict a particular type of player. In Bangladesh,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like but deliberately they stop leg spinners from growing. I actually remember from one of the NCL matches, T20 matches, I saw that there was a leg spinner who I think I'm not sure about the who was bowling there, maybe Wasis Siddiqui, but again, he actually bowled a better over. But again, the approaches the wicketkeeper was having and also the other players were having towards the leg spinner, like he considered a boundary and everyone was like, oh, I mean it was a bad ball or something. But the thing is, it is natural for leg spinners. I mean, wrist spin is not a simple thing. So Bangladesh has a mentality of defensive mentality, so they want to play safe. Okay, nothing bad happens, but this is not how you play cricket. Cricket has to be attacking. You have to have attacking mind in sport. So I think players like Mehdi Hassan, players like Shohag, and also Wasi Siddiqui, they must be a key member of Bangladesh A team or emerging team. They must be a key member there. They have to play a lot occasionally. Like I mean, Wasi Siddiqui actually played well against. You see, against South Africa.
Hmm.
He took 2 wickets in over. They're attacking offense. So you have to utilize prepare them so that whenever like Ishad Hossain is not there or maybe Ishad Hossain is in his bad form, you bring him. Or even sometimes you are playing against weaker team. Okay,
Yeah,
give chance to Shohab or give chance to Wasi Siddiqui. I mean, what harm it can happen? Keep a extra bowler. So it's not a bad thing to do this experiment.
true. No, no. Yeah, I think it has been one of the most prominent names in the
Yeah.
recent past. Like
Yes.
he has been the pace bowling all rounder Bangladesh has been looking for. So if we talk about pace bowling all rounders in the current international setup, we have Tanzim Hassan Saqib and Mohammad Saifuddin. But another name needs to come up. That is Abdul Ghaffar Saklan, and most people are calling him a right-handed Mustafizur because he has a very good
Yeah.
slower ball which the batsman cannot pick very easily. So
Yes.
and also he can in the batting he can hit the long ball, so
Yes.
he has the great potential to be in the T20 setup, so he should be kept in the promising category, but he is very close to be picked into the T20 setup, but I would like to see him a bit more in the A team and the emerging team so that he is much more consistent and it makes a strong case for him to be included into the T20 setup.
And also, I feel like I mean Abdul Ghaffar Sakline, he should be actually developed as a. I mean, he has good shotting range, but again, I mean, he cannot. I mean, like Rishabh, he's a hitter like Rishabh. If the ball is in
Hmm.
a particular length, he can hit the ball. So this is why he need to improve in his batting. I mean, the thing is, sometimes in Bangladesh, they want everyone to be perfect. Like everyone has to be a classical batter as a batter.
Hmm.
So this is not how things work. Like your batting technique might be not very good, but you can actually score runs. Like think about
True.
Chris Oak. Chris Oakes, he's not a very technically gifted batter, right? But he was the very good utility all rounder. His batting average was more than 35 and his bowling average was below 30. So this is how the all-rounders are. Like, I'm not below 30, it's closer to 30, 31, somewhere around that. I mean, naturally, if you see that in Australia or in England, naturally, in the domestic setup, they use these players so in their team, they use them as all-rounder. And they play in the upper middle order, like number five or number four.
Hmm.
And that's where they develop because they get to play more deliveries. That's why they try to learn how to play with math. Because the thing is, if you play him at number eight, even in the domestic matches, I mean, he will not play enough deliveries, right? No, so he will never
Hmm.
develop as a bowler better.
True.
I mean, he will develop as a bowler because he is bowling as a main attacking bowler. But in the batting, he is not developing. Same problem happened with Saifuddin. Saifuddin should be developed in the similar way. He should play at number four or number five, where he could actually play a lot of balls, and he get the experience. I think Abdul Ghaffar Sakline in Bangladesh is setup they must put him at number five, number six in that region as a player. I mean, I think they're also trying with Abu Haidar Rani, a similar approach.
Hmm.
But Abu Haidar Rani is not again. I mean, with Abu Haidar Rani, they're using him at number seven. But I would actually advocate improving in his batting and try to promote him in a upper middle order. Sometimes, like
Sometimes.
see that how he performs. Uh,
What do you say? BPL.
in the BCL, BPL, yes.
Yeah. So that's why I think he should not be straight away considered into the T20 setup. We should take a bit more look into him
I think
in the emerging form.
we should keep him in the emerging team for some time,
Exactly.
see how
Yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
develop,
Yeah.
and then maybe we move forward. But the reason, when I was looking at the picture of Ibadat, I, I wanna cry.
Yeah. Like when he was in his beast form,
Yeah,
unfortunately he was injured. Like Bangladesh, if Bangladesh needed a breakthrough in the middle overs, Ibadatul Hossain was the go-to bowler, be it in the ODI setup, be it in the test setup, and also he performed considerably well in some of the T20I matches also.
Yes.
But he has been the little weapon for Bangladesh when he was fit for for the test matches and the ODI matches. So he's still gaining his form. He's not into his best shape yet, but I think he needs to play a lot more like A-team matches so that he
Yes.
can gain his confidence back and get back into the international setup for test and ODI. And right now we can keep him into the promising setup.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, we didn't, that's all for today. We didn't include a few players like Mominul Haq or Nur Hassan Sohan. We didn't, because the list was getting a lot bigger because we wanted to have a mix of young players and the senior players.
Mhm.
And obviously, some of the players that wanted to include, we were thinking a lot ahead. So, but yeah, this is our list now. So with that, this is the end of our video. So put a like on this video if you like this video, and also share your comments. We read all of your comments, and we enjoy reading your comments, obviously. And at the same time, also share our video with your friends in the social media, in Facebook or in other places. Subscribe to our channel. A lot of people who are watching the video are not subscribing to our channel. Please subscribe to our channel and keep supporting us. I believe with your support, we can do a lot of amazing work. And this video is very special to us because we wanted to do it for a long time. So finally, we did it. So just share how whether if you like this video, do you have any comments or something? With this, we are concluding this video. And of course, see you soon.